The voice of reason is in the building. One. 1, 2. Everybody get in here, hit that like button. Like it up. Likes.
Running out of hot water? Water Heaters only makes replacing your water heater easy. With one call and great pricing, Water Heaters only...
What up, niece? What is the Spanish word for niece? I know the Spanish word for unc is tío. Tío. Oh! Ah! Ah! Oh!
Okay, hold on a second, Keisha. Just let me ask Ronald exactly what's going on, because it takes two to tango, and I need to hear his side of the story. So she's driving me insane, got stress heavy on my brain. She keeps playing silly games, and I'm about to bring the pain. We seem to fuss and fight every day and every night. Please give some advice so we can see the light. See the light.
Like. Ooh.
Search first, gatekeeper. Pathfinder, path we got. He's a fighter, shapeshifter, and he'll protect your home. With the eyes in the front and the back of the head to chase away evil forces. He can be there instead, so long as you bring your office. He's got the ashe I can't deny. I am a witness, I testify. This on my oriki, my sacrifice to the one who can do and undo.
May I start? I like to go over something which I think is important for you to get the whole picture of what is happening with the King Foundation in India and America. I'd like you to see the picture of it first, and then we'll go into the details and the intent that lies behind this. I think it was in 1920, in the 20s anyhow, early 20s. That's 50 years ago. I was told by Dr. Besant, she said, now you come on the scene, now you take charge of the schools in India. And you should know something a little bit about it. Don't be bored by it. And there are many, many schools, I think 20 schools, and perhaps less, I don't remember. But anyhow, I said, there are too many, they can't be looked after properly. So I said, let's have only 2 schools, one in the north and one in the south. And I helped to find the places in Benares, outside Benares, and in outside about 170 miles northwest of Madras. We had money. We hadn't a thing, but we started it. I was there, went to bed with the sun and got up with the sun. There was no electricity, there was one well, and we did everything. And it has prospered in a sense. These 2 schools in the north have become very well known in India. And the lands have become extraordinarily valuable, literally probably millions. And so, welcome to the Voice of Reason on KBLA Talk 1580. I'm your host, curator of these conversations. And the reason why I'm playing that clip of J. Krishnamurti talking about the K Foundation that he established before he died and the subsequent schools that were built. He had a curriculum and an education platform that was designed to integrate the total self. The child, the student, the pupil was the utmost important aspect of the curriculum, meaning it wasn't just about standardized testing. It wasn't about the repetition of creating a particular benchmark. It was more about self-discovery. And some of those schools actually still exist here in the States. I think Ojai, possibly. Why is that important? So the brother Krishnamurti, the brother K, said that the profound thing that I'm always saying, which is, it is no measure of health to be profoundly integrated into a sick society. And one of the concepts that emerges consistently is, it's not that deep. See, wherever there are transactional relationships, it stands to reason that there will be superficial relationships. I think transactionalism and superficiality go hand in hand. I think they're twin flames, right? Again, we have this broken concept of what relationship is. It's not, we've made it about getting what we need from our partner, but it's really about cultivating what you need within yourself by overcoming your internal demons, dragons, shadows, and the like. Tonight's topic, it's not that deep. Is your sanity keeping you single in an insane world? I just posted a quote. There was a meme or whatever on my Instagram page. And it's a young rapper, I believe. She calls herself Young Asian or Asian. I forgot. But what she basically said is the dude that interests her, the man that she's interested in, has to have 3 bodies. Now, that colloquialism just simply means he had to have killed 3 people. Asian Doll is her name. Well, you can see the self-hate right off top. You're a black woman, and you know nothing about genes, right? You know nothing about how the Asians, people who are Asian,
descend from African. So you think because slanted eyes, the phenotype is on a black woman, that you're an Asian doll. The word Asian comes from the Arabic word Alzia, which just means east. This is where we get the word oriental, to orient oneself to the east. Yeah. But you think it's Asian, which is separate from you. But that's neither here nor there. The really dangerous part was the guy has to have 3 bodies in order for him to be considered a catch. Basically, he has to be a murderer. So now, roll back the Krishnamurti and list. It is no measure of health to be fully, right, integrated, adapted into a sick society. You hear people saying it all the time. It's a mantra now. It's not that deep. Relationships aren't hard. You hear people say that all the time. Anything that deals with this, a spiritual crucible, that's what relationship is. It is a spiritual crucible. It is going to send you through the fire. And many people just don't seem to understand that. They think they can brat their way into getting their way. They think they can complain, manipulate, gaslight, stonewall, be dismissive, be violent, be disrespectful, be condescending to get their, to get their way. And that's just not how it works. These shows are designed to make you uncomfortable. They're not designed to entertain you. They're not designed to make you laugh, although sometimes I can be a little funny. They're designed to disturb you at a core level. I want you disturbed. I don't want you to be able to sleep tonight. And the reason being is because of this misunderstanding of what relationship actually is. It is that deep. I'm so tired of people running away from life's tough questions. That's why you incarnated here on planet Earth, to provide answers. We're all here to provide answers. It's a collective continuum of intellect that is supposed to experience this plane of existence and manifest an answer for all of us. But no, we've fallen in love with the illusion. Oh, it's not that deep. I understand that this steak is not real. I don't want to remember nothing. Nothing. Just implant my body back into the power plant, and I want to be somebody important. This is Cypher from The Matrix. That was his famous line. Cypher, Lucifer. He was the rebellious one in the crew that rebelled against Neo. Neo backwards is one, the one. Neo, of course, our guy John Wick, what's the Keanu Reeves, plays the Christ figure in the Matrix. Cypher, Lucifer, but also Judas betrays Neo, right? I want to be somebody important, maybe a music executive or something like that. It is that deep. Is conformity a compromise? To what extent does modern society's insistence on being well adjusted to a state often lauded as mental health act as a mechanism of internal compromise? Right? Suppressing authentic self-expression, as Krishnamurti warned. And what do contemporary studies on conformity reveal about its impact on self-integrity? What does the extent of modern society's insistence on being well-adjusted? Why must I be well-adjusted to a toxic society? Which is, it's crazy to me, right? Our normal is not really normal. right? How does Carl Jung's concept of the collective shadow manifest in today's toxic social structures? And can empirical research on societal influence and group behavior substantiate the claim that the internalization of toxic norms lead to widespread interpersonal dysfunction? Superficial connections versus deep authenticity. I don't think people want deep authenticity because authenticity is self-revelatory. In other words, it reveals you to you, and that's an ugly thing when you've been suppressing you this whole time. Many people can keep up an act for as long as they're getting paid for it. Right? We are paid actors in our relationships. The wounds have needs, i.e., supply, and we will continue to put the clown makeup on and perform spirituality, perform nurturing, perform empathy, perform closeness, perform porn. We'll perform it all in order to keep those wounds somewhat quiet. But the reality of it is we're missing the point of why we relate in the first place. You're relating to destroy yourself. Did you hear what I said? You're relating to destroy yourself. In an era dominated by and curated by social media personas and fleeting interactions, does the pressure to maintain an idealized external image erode our capacity for deep self-awareness and genuine connection? As empirical research on self-esteem and digital behavior might suggest. Is sanity a byproduct of inner rebellion? You can't consider yourself sane, true or false? Agree or disagree? You can't consider yourself sane unless there has been an inner rebellion, an inner coup, an inner civil war. Right? You think your partner is going to make it all better when they show up, right? 1-800-920-1580. It is that deep. I'm tired of the superficials running around. Sounds like the Expendables. The superficials. He got to pay all my bills and I get to put my money in a bank account and we can use my money for trips. If I'm going to spend this money, she got to cook. She got to know how to cook. She got to know how to clean. She got to know how to band. You got to wrap my wounds up. If I get sick, you got to change my diaper. Do you understand? This is what relationship has become. Can the courageous act of confronting one's inner demons, a process advocated by both Jung and Krishnamurti, be empirically linked to healthier interpersonal outcomes, or does societal pressure to conform negate the benefits of such radical self-exploration? You don't get to hide from yourself in a relationship with me. I'm going to tell on you. I'm going to snitch to yourself. I'm going to say she's right here hiding behind me. Come get her. She's right here. The phone lines are cracking when we come forward, man. I'm going to talk to everybody. Let's get it. Oh. Hey, yo. Let's all get involved. No more passive aggressive shit. The way I'm setting this up, no more passive aggressive shit. Let's get involved. No snitching, Riley. I'm snitching to your shadow, though. There she is. She got her mask with her, too. There she is. I need everybody to get involved. Hit the like button, hit the share button, subscribe. And if you're enjoying the content tonight, please go to my Cash App. $Zo what netter. Can you get to my Cash App? $Zo what netter. $Zo what netter. Your shadow has hovid. Boom. We on one. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling better. And contrary to Truemonger's taunts last night, I did not go to the cigar lounge. I saw your comments, comrade. I went home, and I'm going home again tonight. That wasn't me. How is the couching? Masterful episode last night. What up, Charles Walker? Call me tonight, bruh. I want to talk to you. How's it going, though? How is what going? Are you talking to me or are you talking to somebody else? Because sometimes there are multiple conversations going on. Everybody hit the like button. It's 52 people, only 27. 27 likes. The likes are free. Please hit the like button. Get us in the algorithm. Please support. Please support. Please support. Please support. Live in 20 seconds. Here we go.
A different kind of criticism, but one that's just as provocative, has been leveled by David Rosenhan of Stanford University. Between 1969 and 1972, a group of colleagues and I gained admission to psychiatric hospitals by faking a single symptom, which was that we said that we heard voices, and the voices said, empty, dull, thud. The moment we were admitted to the hospital, we abandoned our symptom, and we behaved the way we usually behave. The question was, would anyone detect that we were sane? The answer was, no. No one ever did. Admitted with the diagnosis in the morning of paranoid schizophrenia, we were discharged with the diagnosis of paranoid schizophrenia in remission. Now, in remission doesn't mean quite the same thing as sane.
The term we use to describe the experience is dehumanized. Nobody talks to you. Nobody has any contact with you. The average contact of patients with staff was about 6.5 minutes a day. Nobody comes to visit. The first time I was in a psychiatric hospital, on an admissions ward with 41 men, my wife constituted 4 of the 7 visitors on a weekend. Psychiatric hospitals are storehouses for people in society who you really don't want, who you really don't understand, and for whom you've lost a great deal of sympathy. Staff need constantly to be reminded, and it's very hard to remind them. They are, after all, doing their best on the front end, but they need constantly to be reminded that the people who are their charges are not merely collections of symptoms. They are people with spouses, with children, with parents, with jobs, with mortgages and bills to pay. That they are, in the fullest sense of the word, very human and very unhappy.
Listen, Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. I'm not here to pathologize anything. When I say that, I'm speaking specifically to having an easier time in relationships. I know everybody just wants to be happy. I'm not trying to make that pursuit abnormal or unhealthy, psychologically speaking. But the flip side also happens. We try to give everybody a participation award for peeking at themselves. Oh, good job. You looked in on yourself. No. Get in there and get dirty with yourself. Right? Because the more you resist, the more the problem persists. Right? Again, relationships ain't that deep. Yes, they are. We've already outlined it. We're attracted to trauma. Attachment equals suffering. We already know. Trauma bonding in a chaotic culture, in a toxic culture. How does empirical research on trauma bonding and neuroticism challenge the assumption that a sound mind automatically translates to secure within intimate relationships? And what role does societal instability play in reinforcing these maladaptive relational patterns? We had a brother call in, Eric. You should call back, brother, from C. Carson. He said, I don't need therapy. Everybody been through something. And if you give me time and you're willing to be transparent and open up and let me peel those layers back, we will see. Right? I'm not trying to call him out. I'm just simply saying a lot of us, man, we struggle with facing the work. Right? It's, it's not that deep, man. I'm just here for a good time, not a long time. You feel me? And I'm not trying to pathologize it. I'm not trying to say that that's a bad thing. I'm saying that is recess, relationship recess. At some point after recess is over, you got to come back into the classroom. When we come forward, I'm going to the phone lines. Hey, Andy, who was the other call? Rich? Everybody hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. I've been coughing all day. But I said, fuck that. I bought some crazy ass strong cough medicine. I poured it in this tea.
Rich from Oklahoma, Nebraska.
He should call back. Rich from Oklahoma, Nebraska. Call back. I poured some goddamn strong ass cough medicine, honey, poured it in there. I got these crazy ass, Zoe got that syrup. Nope. I knew I was going to do the show. I was thinking about calling in and taking off. I was like, fuck it. Let's spray this motherfucker down. Did I cough anything up? No. But I've been coughing all day. Yeah. Need some Buckleys. What's that? Y'all should call in though. Take some zinc with food. Man, you fuck around and take some zinc without food? I done did that before. Not a good look. Not a good look. I've done that before. Sure you're not dehydrated. Being dehydrated can make you cough. Man, I'm one of them motherfuckers that got a big ass jug of water next to my bed. I'll wake up in the middle of the night with my eyes closed. Definitely need some orange juice. Warm orange juice and garlic is gross, but it worked. God damn. Smoke and ash will do this. That's what I'm saying. The air quality is still, the CO2 is still over 804. And that's what I was trying to wait to go to Altadena. I mean, because I had been to Pasadena in South Pasadena, but I didn't go into Altadena until last weekend. And I had a mask on, but it was, yeesh. Yes, I'm hip to Irv Gotti passing away. Smart guy. Smart guy. Smart guy. And successful. Did a lot of great things for hip hop. Did a lot of great things for hip hop. Orchestrated a lot of records for Jay-Z, Ja Rule, a lot of people. So, yeah, definitely need a mask. Stronger one. But my daughter, good. She was there. She's straight. Get a mask at Zoe Williams. I got it. Okay. Now you could call back because Andy just went back in there. For new people, every time we get to 7:30 on the West Coast, that's our longest break. It's a 6-minute long break. Andy's gonna go. He's gonna go to the kitchen. He's gonna be gone for a minute, for 6 minutes. Now he's back. Okay. Warm or OJ and garlic sounds like I'll fuck you up if you not from the South. Where that shit work? I hear y'all. Call in. And don't forget to support the Cash App, $.OWhatNetter, or you can support the Super Chat. Just lock in, okay? Happy Wednesday, everybody. Rest in peace, Irv Gotti. Yes, everybody's been talking about Irv Gotti. Everybody's been talking about Irv Gotti.
So, take Jerry, let him say what he needs to say, and take him out. All right?
All right.
Say.
Why must he get through?
Because this motherfucker will stay on hold throughout the whole show. So I'm just like, just get him in, let him say what he needs to say. No need to engage.
All right.
So we can at least open up the line for somebody else to call in.
All right. Say what? I'm going to get him in right now. I need some good callers. Y'all call in, call in, call in. The number to dial is 1-800-920-1580. That's 1-800-920-1580. Call in right now, 1-800-920-1580. Call in, 1-800-920-1580. Get in here. Let's talk. Let's talk. No. Nah, Andy knows I can veto that. I could be like, I'm not talking to him. Or don't take his call no more. I'm doing it for Andy because Andy's solid. Andy's a good dude. I got a gas mask with a bong. If you want to use it, so that's funny. Still only 39 likes with 66 folks. I got some of that. I got all type of herbs. I'm gonna use all of it when I get home. Dr. Russell shit, I got all of it.
Feeling of emptiness is a side effect of early trauma. And it's very common for adults who were abused and neglected as kids, even when they are now in a loving relationship, to feel like the love just can't reach them. Or like there's a giant barrier to really being close to another person and really committing to them. Have you had that experience when you feel unhappy in a relationship that seems for every reason like it ought to feel good? It can be hard to tell whether you're just stalling from an inevitable breakup or whether you're screwing up a good thing and you're going to end up leaving and regretting it for the rest of your life. So I got this letter recently from someone I'll call Sam. And Sam says, all right, hi, Anna. I've been with my girlfriend about 2.5 years, and we've lived together for about the last 2. We both have trauma in our past, and she has ADHD, depression, and chronic illnesses that often keep her down emotionally and physically. She does a lot for me and truly tries her best to be a support in every way she can. From the outside, our close friends and family think we have a very stable and loving relationship. In many ways, that's true. However, I have felt like something is missing over the past 1.5 years. So 2.5 years together, 1.5 years feeling like something's missing, that's a big chunk. No matter how hard I work on my own therapy and healing, I just want to escape myself sometimes. How common is it for someone with CPTSD in a healthy relationship to struggle with feeling fulfilled or wanting to escape? There are moments when I feel very certain about our relationship and our future, but then those feelings are replaced with dread and anxiety, and things just feel wrong. It's often a flux back and forth from any sense of certainty, and it's a real drain. I know I am a more avoidant type generally, but I do struggle with being a people pleaser in some situations, and it's possible that I have confused romantic love with care and obligation.
I am one of the older kids in a very big family who is also my mother's emotional crutch. Man, the crappy childhood fairy, she be cooking with the rarest grease.
It is that deep, though. Man, I'm so ticked. Oh, I was about to say something terrible. I'm so sick of narrow-minded folk. If it doesn't align with the way you see things, it has little to no importance. But it is deep. Relationships are deep. It's a spiritual classroom, right? Listen, what she just described was happiness remorse. You've heard of buyer's remorse. See, if you've conditioned yourself to see toxicity, right, as your norm, right? Reverse pathologized. That's my norm, toxicity. I'm with it. Then when somebody comes along that is of a particular vibration that is opposite of yours, trying to get you to elevate upward, and not by force and not, these are not commands or anything like that, but just by their very presence, you see that as an attack on your norm. The price of external validation. Is the modern obsession with external validation propelled by consumerist and media-driven narratives a significant contributor to intrapersonal insecurity? And how do studies on self-compassion and attachment theory inform strategies to counteract this trend? It is this deep, y'all. I know you don't have these conversations often. We just did a relationship roundtable over the weekend, last weekend, at the Cigar Lounge in Inglewood, Drobe Stogies. Shout out to Drobe Stogies. And we had about 5 clinicians on the panel. And it was groundbreaking because 90% of the audience were men. And they were tapped in, right? They were tapped in. The men and the women have been talking about this roundtable the whole time. Why didn't you record it? This should be out. Again, wherever I hold these conversations, they are designed to crack you open. That's it. If you're not cracked open, you're just operating at the intellectual level. Be honest, look at your relationship right now. Is it on autopilot? Because you refuse to look at you? Because if once you see you, really see you, there's a responsibility there to tap in, to embrace, to acknowledge, to nurture, to be self-compassionate. Do you have the capacity to love yourself? Yeesh. Jerry from Beverly Hills, get in here. What are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
When you're talking about the psych ward, I saw Brian Wilson of the Beach Boys playing the piano in the psych ward.
Really? From the Beach Boys, the group?
Yeah, no, he was a patient in the psych ward.
But is this the Brian from the Beach Boys, the group?
Yes.
Yes, exactly. Wow.
I was a patient myself, but after the aftermath of being spiked with the aftermath of being spiked by experts of dangerous drugs.
Wow.
It wasn't my doing.
Well, you know what, Jerry? I can say this, my friend. You've been listening to the voice of reason ever since I came on 3 years ago. And you've always called in, and I've always made a space for you. And I appreciate you for calling in.
Thank you.
No, thank you. Jerry, you brought Beverly Hills in the building. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. We got time? Come on in here, Mountain View. John, Passa John, what are your thoughts, man?
Okay. So Atala, first and foremost, after reading the subject, you know our secret word we can't say to each other. Yeah, I said it twice. But nonetheless, Today's topic. If it's not that deep, then why would I be anxious to ask the question to my ex-wife, do I still owe you anything?
Wow. Do you feel like you need to ask her that? That's heavy.
I mean, truthfully speaking, if we as men actually understood ourselves the way that we're supposed to understand ourselves, the actual feminine that kind of challenges you to it, it's not really a challenge, it's an upgrade. It's a building.
Mm-hmm.
So again, if we're looking at it like,
I'm listening.
why are you always in my business? Why are you always in my business telling me what thus saith and this, that, and the third? Don't you know she's trying to align you and keep you on your purpose?
By pressuring you, by testing the fences, the security, the gates.
And you can't take that. You can take that, and I say this specifically and ultimately, as men, don't we cuss each other out when it comes to us trying to doggone improve ourselves and make this certain point of focus?
Right.
We do it all the time as a drill sergeant.
Right.
We do it all the time as leaders in the Army.
Right.
We do it all the time when we're at the gym. Get that weight up. We do it all the time. So why can't you understand that when a woman does it?
Ooh, go deeper. Go deeper. Please, go deeper. It's that deep. They can't hear it from a woman. Why can't they hear it from a woman? Why can't we hear it from a woman?
Well, first and foremost, for us to know ourselves as men, women also need to know themselves as women. I'm not going to bat with Oprah Winfrey because, again, I still want an apology from that woman, though. You are not going to tell me you don't need me, and it spanned a generation of 50 years telling me you don't need me, and yet at the same time, who you with? I think his name is Stedman. Quit playing. If you know who you are, and you know the purpose of the man that you have with you, not just because you chose it, because everybody's a work in progress, you're not going to get perfection.
Wow. But you know what it is? And I think smart people understand, like, okay, we're not going to get perfection. But I need as much as I can get for myself in order to tolerate a certain level of imperfection. Do you agree or disagree with that?
How many times do you tell yourself in the morning you love you?
For a lot of people, that's not a common practice.
Start doing it. It will change your entire spectrum of what you look at.
Wow. But see, you're going back to the point that I make on a daily basis. The most important relationship is the one with yourself. And if you give yourself everything that you require your partner give you, you'll find that that is no longer on your list of expectations for your significant other. If you're giving yourself self-approval, self-acknowledgement, self-validation, all of the self-esteem, self-worth, self-acceptance, all of that. If you're giving yourself that, then what do you really have to ask of your partner? Stay right there. When we come forward, I'm going back to Mountain View, Hawaii to talk to my brother, Pastor John. He's in the pulpit. Keep digging, Zoe. These brothers listen to you without talk back. Well, they don't. It ain't like that. They listen a little bit. I love them. Men have a different style. When I say OT, I'm wrong. Mouthy. But you know, also, JB, if I check a woman, then I'm sassy. A real man just gonna sit there, be quiet, and not argue with me. If I step in and be like, hey, fuck is you on? This don't make no sense. Make it make. That's Jawi Sola calling. And I can't block him because it's already